PSG, do us a favor and knock Arsenal out of the Champions League, man. Because at the moment, we cannot walk in these streets without hearing we beat Real Madrid at the Bernabéu. We beat Real Madrid at the Bernabéu. And by the way, fair play to Arsenal, fair play to Mikel Arteta, fair play to Declan Rice, man. That was a brilliant match. At the Bernabéu, everybody expected Arsenal to defend. But of course, they had to defend because they were 3 goals up. And if you don't defend at the Bernabéu, anything can happen. But I was very happy the way Arsenal handled themselves at the Bernabéu. They sit back, they defend well. Their defensive organization is very brilliant. And the moment they get a break, they're out. And they pose a threat to Real Madrid. And that is the only way that you can win against Real Madrid at the Bernabéu. You are there, you sit back, you defend. Whenever you get a break, you make sure it is a good break and make sure you utilize it. And we saw the way Arsenal controlled the game, man. Arsenal had the possession at the Santiago Bernabéu. Not something that you all expected, but the way Real Madrid are playing at the moment, Don Carlo Ancelotti, although you have 5 Champions League on your name, but I think it is done. The time for you being the head coach at Real Madrid, it is done. I don't see you becoming the head coach for Real Madrid next season. What you showed at Santiago Bernabéu in front of those Real Madrid fans, in front of Fiorentina Perez, and you know Fiorentina Perez does not play if it comes to Real Madrid, man. So Don Carlo Ancelotti, I don't think he has a job, but we'll talk about that later. But let's talk the way Arsenal coordinated themselves defensively, man. Because shutting an attack of Kylian Mbappe, Rodrigo, Jude Bellingham, and Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo Valverde played at the midfield today. You have to be absolutely brilliant in terms of defensive football for you to do that. And Mikel Arteta, shout out to you, man. Your team today was very organized. I've never seen Arsenal we know Arsenal defensively, they are very organized, man. Because the last time Arsenal conceded 3 goals, it was in 2023 December against Luton Town. So they have gone for like a year and several months without conceding over 3 goals. And Real Madrid expected to score 3 goals against them. Of course, it was going to be hard. All those remontada talks, and coming out of that game with nothing shows that Real Madrid, they have a lot of work to do. Although they have a lot of superstars in that team, but that team needs a lot of coordination, man. Because even the way they are moving forward when they are going to score, it shows that they lack coordination. They are like that team that they don't try together, man. And for that issue, who is to blame? Carlo Ancelotti, because he's the coach. You train with these players for the whole week, and then they come in a big game at the Santiago Bernabéu, and it is like they're not training together, man. So Carlo Ancelotti, you have failed Real Madrid this season in the Champions League, and that is clear, man, because the way this Real Madrid team was playing, they lack coordination. In some instances that you see Vinicius Jr. is supposed to make a pass, he's shooting. He's supposed to shoot, he's making a pass. Same for Kylian Mbappe, same for Rodrigo, same for Jude Bellingham, same for David Alaba. Wherever he was facing Bukayo Saka, problems for David Alaba. And I don't know what happened to these Real Madrid players, man. Even there's a moment in the game that Antonio Rudiger stepped on the stomach of Lewis Kelly. I don't know if that was intentional or if it was bad luck, but if it was intentional, Antonio Rudiger, that was not cool at all, man. That was not cool. That kid is just 18 years old. If it was bad luck, okay, you understand in football some things happen, some bad injuries happen in football. But if that was intentional, Tony Rudiger, that was not cool at all, man. Let's talk about the first goal. After missing a penalty, Mikel Merino makes a very brilliant pass to him, and he scores a goal. So that was a moment of redemption for Bukayo Saka. Shashing the Santiago Bernabéu after booing you after missing that penalty. It was the right there moment of redemption for Bukayo Saka, and I'm happy for him, man, because if this game could have gone another way or in favor of Real Madrid, everybody at the moment could be crucifying Bukayo Saka, forgetting that it's the one who won those 2 free kicks against Real Madrid in the first leg, which one Declan Rice went and scored them. So Bukayo Saka, that there was a moment of redemption, man. And shout out to you because you prove that you can be mentally strong even in the toughest circumstances. So that goal for Bukayo Saka, if of course it was a brilliant play from Arsenal. It combined Odegaard, Rice, Mikel Merino, and then Bukayo Saka with the finish. Brilliant play from Bukayo Saka, brilliant pass from Mikel Merino, and a brilliant ball from Declan Rice and Odegaard, who also participated in the build-up. And one moment in the game which I almost forgot. It is that penalty which Arsenal conceded, but after some time, after VAR check, it was overruled. The VAR took around 5 minutes of the gameplay, just reviewing that one moment. And all football fans around the world, after seeing that, they say, no, this is not a penalty. So I wonder, why the VAR officials in that dressing room, they just cannot sit in that room and view that footage once or twice and then come up with the decision and said that this is not a penalty, because they took around 4 to 5 minutes. You know, it is very frustrating for a Real Madrid fan, and it's very frustrating for also an Arsenal fan. You are at the Santiago Bernabéu, you know, if Real Madrid end up scoring this penalty, it may be game over for us, because what Real Madrid like today, it was motivation, and the moment they might have scored that goal, it could be a motivation for them. And then the VAR officials took around our first minute, just reviewing it, second minute, third minute, fourth, fifth, just reviewing one footage. And even all football fans in the stadium, after seeing that football footage, or all football fans around the world were watching the game live, after seeing that footage, it was not a penalty. It was not a strong touch to pull Kylian Mbappe to the ground. But of course, justice was served and the penalty was overruled, and Declan Rice's yellow card was cancelled. And I want to talk about this guy, Declan Rice, man. This is what 100 million gets you. This is what you get for 100 million player. I even saw a tweet saying that Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo, come and look what 100 million player look like, man. Because Declan Rice, winning man of the match in both 2 legs against Real Madrid in the Santiago Bernabéu and at the Emirates, you have to be a special player for you to do that. And then Declan Rice proved that he's a special player, man. And that England coach Thomas Tuchel, now that is rebuilding that team. You talked about rebuilding that team, bringing in players. I think Declan Rice must be that heart of that building. We can bring another like the Wattons, the Kobe Mainu, Jude Bellingham, and all those, Cole Palmer. But the guy who has to be in the center of that rebuild, in that midfield, in that heart of that midfield, it has to be Declan Rice, not any other player, man. Because Declan Rice, wow, he's very brilliant. And will not be shocked if Real Madrid this summer come for Declan Rice, because that is very possible. Real Madrid can sit in their drawing table and see this game brought problems for us in the Champions League. Why don't we bring him to the Santiago Bernabéu and they trade their luck? But what Declan Rice did today at the Emirates, wow, brilliant. Another guy, Julian Timber. All the crosses that were coming from inside the box, William Saliba and Jakub Kiwior were dealing with them. But the low crosses that they tried to bring inside the box through Julian Timber, they did not pass. Julian Timber is that guy. Julian Timber is very brilliant, man. And in terms of handling these fullbacks, he's very good 1v1. And I think at the moment he might be the best 1v1 fullback in the world. Because I'm thinking of the fullbacks who can beat you 1v1. A few years ago, you can't beat 1v1. A few years ago, he had the likes of Aaron Wan-Bissaka and all that. But at the moment, it is Julian Timber alone. Maybe there are other fullbacks I've not watched, but based on those who have watched, I think 1v1, Julian Timber has to be the best in the world. Then for Real Madrid, Don Carlo Ancelotti, your job is done. I don't see you. There is no way that you can save your job this season. Your job at Real Madrid, it is done. You are a good coach, and for Real Madrid fans, Don Carlo Ancelotti was a good coach. He is a good coach. Winning 5 Champions League as a manager, it means that Don Carlo Ancelotti was a good coach. But this season, it just did not work out for him, man. The player coordination in the pitch, it is not just as good. Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo, Jude Bellingham at the front. There's not that coordination that you see. Real Madrid are on a break, and the final pass is worse. The final pass is bad. We saw a lot of times today Declan Rice intercepting those passes from Federico Valverde, trying to get Kylian Mbappe trying to get other players. Vinicius Junior the same, Rodrigo the same. Jude Bellingham was also nowhere to be seen in this game. So Don Carlo Ancelotti's job at Real Madrid is done. And for these Real Madrid attackers, man, How do you play in a game? You are very brilliant attackers. You are one of the best attacking players in the world. How do you play in a football match? Then you goal those minutes without even scoring 2 goals and you are at home. Because that goal that Vinicius Jr. scored, let's be real, man, William Saliba should have done better. But that is the only goal that they post goal through to David Raya. Because in the first half, David Raya made 0 saved. The reason why David Raya made 0 saved, it is because Real Madrid did not pose any attacking threat to Arsenal. So I don't know what Real Madrid can do about that, but maybe they have to sacrifice one of those guys and bringing another attacker, because I'm looking at Vinicius Jr. This season has been very bad, man. All his final passes are bad. In a moment where Vinicius Jr. saying, make this final pass for Kylian Mbappe to score, Vinicius Jr. tries to shoot and it makes a baby shot that David Raya saves it very comfortably, man. So Vinicius Jr. is one of those players who Real Madrid this season, you have let down Carlo Ancelotti and you have let down your team because you are not playing as per the expectation of what people know that Vinicius Jr. can do in that pitch. And for Kylian Mbappe, he was looked. Rodrigo in the first leg was not to be seen, in the second leg is not to be seen. Jude Bellingham also the same. Antonio Rudiger, or this Real Madrid team today was not just very brilliant, man. They were talking about remontada. Come back. And if that is the way you play and you expect to get a comeback, there's no comeback you are getting from that style of play, man. You have to do better if you want to make a comeback. So congratulations to Arsenal. He will be playing against PSG in the semifinals. And also in the other hand, Inter Milan managed to get a 2-2 draw and also qualify for the Champions League semi-final. Remember in the first leg they won 2-1, so a draw at home. It meant that automatically Inter Milan have qualified for the Champions League semi-finals and they will be playing against Barcelona later this month. For predictions, I'm not predicting that now. Let me go back and look the squads and the style of play, anything like that, their defensive coordination, their midfield coordination, their attack coordination, whether if they are playing this defensive football, are they playing a low block, middle block or high block. We have to see all that for you to make prediction. But Real Madrid this season, you have been shit. But all the way, congratulations to Arsenal for making it to the Champions League semi-finals for the first time in 16 years. And today Manchester United play, my team Manchester United playing against Lyon, and I hope that we qualify for the Europa League, also get to the semi-finals of the Europa League, because Manchester United, that is the only thing we have left. If we lose that game, our season is done. There's no way we can save it. So Ruben Amorim and those players, just make sure you win it, man. Win that game, make sure you win it.